Okay, are we live? Are we live? Are we live? I think we're live. Let's check. Oh, hey, no, you're good. You're good, Aunt. That's fine. Everyone's got to have the holidays, my friend. Everyone's got to have the holidays. Where you on holiday at? Okay, so 25 minutes till the game. So happy that Gomez is starting. Having a good time with that. I need to turn this volume down a little bit, right? I think I should move this microphone over here a little bit. Sorry if it's coming up, but it's really difficult. It's an expensive mic and it's super touchy. So, but yeah, Gomez starting. That's something that I didn't expect to see. But yeah, I think we got this, everybody. Gomez and Bauman in the middle. Front three looks good. Hopefully Sigurdsson can do more at home than he does away. Turn it up a little more. Okay, so I need to move back over here then. Oh. I keep watching this video of this Liverpool supporter that runs on the pitch and slides into Adrian. Like that just tells you what a sad sack a Copite really is. But yeah, so anybody in chat, what are your score predictions for today? I'm looking at a comfortable 2-0. I don't want us to concede at home. Need to score early. Get to see all the flags out there. Lots of people complaining about those flags. So people, I don't know if you've seen it, but Everton, Goodison's been packed full of plastic flags, or maybe they're not plastic, but they're just flags. And people say, no, we're a tin pot club. That's something that Watford would do. That's something that the cop shite would do. It's tacky. It's lame. But you know what? You got to try different things. If people don't like it, you don't have to wave your flag. Just put it under your chair. Jeff Thompson, good afternoon to you, sir. Did you say that, though? That's the question. I don't doubt you, but let's just have a look. We got some time here. Let me get on my phone to take a look at this. Oh, yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, I'm no, Marco was a little sneaky about that. Like, no updates, right? It was just a day-to-day thing, touch and go here, touch and go there. I thought Delph was more likely to be fit than. Oh, okay, Jeff, I got you. But no, you're right. I completely ruled him out because I always try and look at I try not to look at the negative side of things, but like somebody else said, going off after 45 minutes, not even trying it, just flat out, boom, coming off it, and a groin area injury. Yes, those are tricky, but happy surprise. Maybe Marco was just being slick and sly with it, and just thought, hey, he's gonna play. Let's not get. I mean, because Gomez did come out right, and he said, after the game, ready to go, ready to get back to Goodison. We're with you. You're with us. Da da. So yeah, all looks good. Sold out. Isn't Goodison like mostly always sold out? Isn't that like one of our big things over the past couple of seasons that you can barely ever get a ticket to go to a game? But no, I'm not even worried about Bauman starting this game. I think it'll be a great game for Ben Gomez. Will manage him through the game. I'm sure Keane will also be very supportive, just screaming at him from the back. But you know, we are more comfortable at home, but it shouldn't really be that way, should it? If you're confident in your tactics, you're confident in the players, you're confident in your teammates on the pitch. If you've got a plan to go out and do it, you should be able to pull that off home or away. And our big problem is obviously our away form. But not going to get too caught up on the Crystal Palace result. It is what it is. It wasn't the greatest performance. We had our chances, we had all that, and just didn't work out. Lucky to get away with a point in the end. With 10 men for the vast majority of the game. Had 10 men while Sigurdsson was on. Schneiderlin got sent off. Sigurdsson was subbed, and so then we were back to 10 men. Not being super hypercritical, but I've watched the game back 1.5 times now, and Gylfi, no, there was players open. There was space for him to turn or to drop a shot or to do a bunch of things. So, it was just a poor game. Not going to hate on him. I'm not going to say we need to get him out, but. And I have no issues with what Marco Silva's doing. Like I said last week, and and I always defend this when I talk to my American football, somewhat, associates. That, just look at the past couple of years. We had, Silva's first season was last season. You go back one season, we had Allardyce at the end of the season. Halfway through the season, we had David Unsworth. The start of the season, we had Ronald Koeman. We had Koeman the season before that, and then we had Martinez before that, and then we had Moyes. And there's still players from Moyes. There's still players from Martinez. There's still players from Koeman and from Allardyce. And now we've got Silva. So I'm not going to judge too harshly when it comes to is Marco the right man for the job. That's like me also, saying is, do you think Marcel Brands is the right man for the director of football job? I think it's too early to tell. I think our recruitment's been good. I think our football has been more attractive. It's been more, stylish, more modern, I guess you'd say, because Allardyce's model wasn't modern. Unsworth just did the best of what he could, given what Koeman left him. Koeman didn't have a clue tactically or any of that stuff. And Martinez, we all know what Martinez was. It was great passing football, fluid football, but the defense was just absolute shite. So it takes a balance, and I think that Marco probably sat down when he met Bill and Farad and all that and said, well, here's my plan. I want to play this formation. I'm going to need these players, and I know it's not doable right away, but if you back me, I'll get the players. I'll coach them up. I'll make players better. I'll bring players through the academy. The players that you bring me, if they're of quality and a high quality, I can make them better. I'm going to give the Evertonians what they want. I'm going to give the Goodison crowd what they want. They want fast, attacking, pacey football, to be solid at the back, and all that stuff. So I think, for this last season and so far in the transfer window this year, I think he's totally on the right track. And I'm not even going to judge him until the end of this season, starting into the next season. Because get rid of all the deadwood, get rid of all the gravy signings, get rid of all the Koeman signings, get rid of all the, and Walsh, I guess you can put in there too. Get out the deadwood, bring in our players, develop a team, develop a squad, high quality squad that can be rotated with not a lot of drop off in quality. Hopefully finish better than 8th this season. So 7th, I think, is totally attainable. 6th, I think, is also attainable with the right results. Obviously, winning away from home more often, making Goodison a fortress, a little bit of luck along the way, and I think we'll do fine. Because chopping and changing managers isn't the way you do it. I mean, it's the modern game now where you're not going to get an Alex Ferguson or an Arsene Wenger or some other coaches that stay for 5, 10, 15, 20 years at a club. But I think Mark will be here by the time we get into Bramley Moor Dock. I have no doubts about that. No doubts about that whatsoever. As long as the results are positive and we're looking to be progressing and moving forward. So, I think he's the right man for the job. And I trust in what Farhad's doing. I trust in what Brands is doing. I trust what the board's doing. I trust in what Marco's doing. Yeah. Yeah, Jeff, that's a completely valid point. Remember, at the start of last season, we were absolutely fuming about our defense. Obviously, we couldn't defend set plays. Zonal marking was a problem. Marco doesn't know how to coach. And then all of a sudden, you start looking at our clean sheets record now. Like you said there, in 2019, only City had more clean sheets than us. It takes time. It takes development. It takes getting your ideas across. It takes getting the right players in. And if you watch the Marcel Brands interview, I don't know if you guys did watch the Marcel Brands interview on the Everton website, but he talks about one of the big things that we look for is, and as you should, I just thought this was run of the mill, but maybe he's making it more complex, but it's character. It's like our players, the player ego, how they fit into the dressing room, what's their public profile like? Are they a bunch of loudmouth, look at me, bling bling, dab dab, always on Insta, always on this and that, and trying to hype themselves up? Are they more concerned about their image rights money than they are about making the squad better? So that's really what you need to do, is bring in quality players, are quality human beings also, because he says players aren't machines, they're actual human beings. So you have to take that into consideration, and you can't just throw a bunch of random people together and say, hey, go play, do this. It takes time, it takes work on the practice field, it takes bonding with people, and all of that. You can't do that over a season, over 6 months. So 2 season minimum before I even start even hopping on Marco Silva's back, let alone jumping on. Troy Manderson, do we have a Watford supporter in the channel? I would have no problem with that. What are you thinking about the game? Or hopefully, I'm assuming you didn't just come in here to troll, but how are you feeling about the season? How are you feeling about today? And what happened last week, my friend? What happened last week? And Orn, I'm assuming he's talking about Horns, I don't know, but yeah. Okay, 12 minutes till kickoff. I can just shut this stream down. Not this stream, I need to shut what I was watching down. Load that up. And if anybody's in here that's new, please please subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate that. Not in it for the money. I'm in it for you guys to entertain, to hopefully bring something a little extra to your viewing and or listening experience if you're doing it on the radio. Mm-hmm. Have a sip of my baby here. And that may look like a regular Gatorade Frost, but it's not. Oh, I see, Troy. But I mean, I didn't watch. I watched the part of the game, but I thought that wasn't obviously a 3-0. I thought you had your chances. You did what you could try and do, but yeah, we don't need that. The banter's good. Yeah, no, I thought you guys played well. It's kind of almost like I don't know how much football you watch, but the Manchester United Chelsea game. I thought Chelsea looked great. They passed the ball around. They looked like they had a plan. They looked like they, had a strategy. They hit the post a couple of times. They put Man United on the back foot, and all of a sudden it's bam 1-0, bam 2-0, and then obviously they end up losing 4-0. But it didn't really look like that type of game, and I don't think your guys' game was really that. A 3-0 game. It was just, I think you got 2 sucker punches in a row. And yeah, didn't take your chances. Hey, welcome to the life of an Evertonian and an Everton supporter. Not taking our chances. That's just one of those things. It's one thing to create no chances and not score, but then when you create chances over and over and over again, you're beating on the door, about to just bust in there, start, because you know that one goal is going to open the floodgates. That one goal will just put them on the defense, that on the offense, because they have to come out, they have to try and go for the game. And teams like us, like Everton, we kind of thrive on teams coming at us. Like last week against Crystal Palace, if we're trying to break down their low block with their 8 compact defenders in the middle, we have to keep going down the outside. It's just a siege mentality. But if you've got players like Kelly, like Dan, they just love to head the ball away. Almost kind of like Lewis Dunk and I forget their other centre back, but those guys just love to head the ball. And so, when you're playing into their hands, and they can just sit back and try and get a point, but then obviously they went for 3 points and got them, it's really difficult. But if you're getting lots and lots of chance, you hit the bar, hit the post, knock it wide, not see a through ball, I know how frustrating it can be. I really do. Okay, 9 minutes. 9 minutes. Here we go. What do you guys think about the flags, though, that we're having there today? Some people just think it's cheesy, and some people just think it's tacky. But I think we should try and do anything that we possibly can to just try something new. The siren, we tried it. It worked. Flags, banners, whatever you have going on, I think that you should try and do it. I mean, I have to be confident. I was overly confident last week against Palace. I thought we were just going to come out and slap him around, just give him the baby's bottom. But, that doesn't happen that way. And, but we just didn't take our chances. Or we didn't get the rub of the green. Obviously, Seamus had a chance. Siggy bottled one of them. Obviously, then one cleared off the line. Small margins. But that's what the Premier League is, right? There's a reason the Premier League is the best league in the world, because you don't take your chances, you can end up getting absolutely pumped. Oh, thanks, Ant, for 660. I believe we're at 661 right now. I got another one this morning. So yeah, we're on the way to 1,000. One sub at a time. What was I talking about? Jeff. No, I'm super confident today. There's no reason we can't come out and an early goal again. Early goal is going to be key, because we have to make Watford come out and play. Because I don't think they're going to come here and, Oh, yeah, no, but, I guess I'll ask Troy, and you'll have it. But and you guys aren't just going to sit back and take, bombardment of chances. Like, you have to come out against us, like the way that you play, especially with the center of the mid, your center midfielders, with Deeney and Deulofeu up top. Like, you got one strong guy that can hold the ball up, which is going to be a good tussle today, I think. That might be a key matchup. Deeney on Mina, if those two happen to come together. I'm sure Mina will be on Deeney quite a bit, because Deeney likes to get stuck in, doesn't mind a little argy-bargy And then you've got Delafeu obviously running around, feeding off him all over there. So I think, counter-attack is what Watford will probably be attempting to do today, just like how we play a counter-attack. But to do that, you have to try and win the ball early. You have to try and win it in the midfield, and you have to be quick in transition. So I don't think Watford are going to sit back in two banks of four and have it completely compact in the middle, because I don't think that's the way that Javi Gracia likes to do it. So I think we'll see a lot of a counter-attacking football today. I think we'll see some fast-paced, end-to-end stuff. But we have to score first to make Watford come out, because after last week, I don't know, maybe they might just sit back and want a point, because a point from 2 games might be better than no points from 2 games. But I think there's only so much you can do to put up with a siege, because you can't do it for 90 minutes. It's not possible. Troy, I watch it on NBC Sports Gold. I love football, so I have a subscription to Fubo.tv, and I have a subscription to NBC Sports Gold. It costs me about $60 a month, but for that I get to watch 40, 50 games a month, all types of replays and specials and all that. So that's my investment. I don't really invest heavily in video games, or this is actually my hobby. So I have no problem spending $60. Do your conversions into pounds to watch all this in the highest definition on my HD TV. Everyone's really enjoying the flags. I thought they were going to be a lot smaller. I try not to say soccer too much, I just don't like the word, but because I'm in America and I have been for 18 years now, soccer does usually come out quite a bit, because most people get confused if they hear somebody with an American accent, which I do. I don't like it, but I could try and put on my British accent again, but it just sounds all phony. But get me drunk, and we revert back 20 years to my Derbyshire accent. But no, I just call it soccer every now and then. Okay. I'm so happy to see Gomez. I'm so happy to see Gomez. Gets me right here and gets me elsewhere when I see Mr. Andre Gomez out there. Yesterday. Oh, there's a siren. Here we go. Let's get it going on. Hey, can somebody ask me, is the sound okay? I've moved my microphone from right in front of me to the left-hand side, because on the keyboard and all the other stuff that I was doing just kind of picked it up super heavily. So if you just let me know about the sound, I appreciate it. We're coming out. Here we go. Andre. Okay, excuse me 1 second. Pre-game vape. Hope you don't mind while we listen to Zed Cars. Did we have that fire, all that pyrotechnics last season, or is that just for this game? Sounds okay, thank you, Jeff. I was just wondering about that. Does anybody know if we had those flames last season? I don't. I know Chelsea always has a lot of pyrotechnics, but I'm not too sure about if we do. That's probably another thing that people are going to get critical about. But, I live in America. Right, so I see fireworks and confetti and airplane flyovers and colored smoke coming out all over the place, and everything's overhyped and everything's over spectacularized. So a little bit of flair isn't something that I'm too afraid of, which is why some people don't enjoy this channel too much. Don't forget to like or subscribe if you're new. I'd appreciate it from Troy if he's here. I'm not going to say I didn't kick you out. Didn't say you weren't welcome here, Watford supporter. I fully embrace anybody who wants to come to the channel, listen in, and give me some. See, Holebas at the back. I think he's a good player. Obviously, Cathcart and Dawson at the back are a solid unit. That midfield though. I'm liking that midfield. Capoue, Decore, and Will Hughes. I think that's where it's going to be won and lost today, guys. I think those are some really good threes in there. Bauman, Sigurdsson, and Gomez versus Decore, Capoue, and Will Hughes. Some top quality players in there. Gerard Deulofeu back at Goodison. What do you think of Deulofeu, Manderson? For us, I mean, he was so hit or miss. He was a big fan favorite. Everyone liked him when he was on his game, but sometimes just really, really frustrating. Really, really hot and cold. It's just one of those players that you just, when he's at his best, le magnifique. But when he's not, just on the fringes of the game, not taking anybody on, not using his pace, not using creativity, just kind of a passenger. And I've seen him a bit for you guys. Sometimes he just pops up and scores some worldy hat trick to win you guys the game, and other times just Everton. Everton. It's almost kickoff time. Ooh, getting goosebumps. First game at Everton. That pitch is looking juicy and delicious. And we are off. Let's get it done. Oh, Watford on the attack right away. Get that pick. Forget that. Oh, okay. Whoo. Quick release. Looking for Richarlison. Oh, it's just overhit from Pickford. That's okay, though. Man, they are pushing that Megaphone sponsorship. Wow. It's all over the place. Got a little USM, got a little Sports Pesa, got a little Umbro, and then wham! Megaphone. Okay. Oh, fun fact, there's never been a 0-0 draw between Watford and Everton in the Premier League, so guaranteed at least a goal today, I would assume. But, the past results are no prediction of future results, obviously. Oh! Kiko can't control the ball, but that's okay. We get a throw in on the left side. Bibdeen. Oh, they are owned by them, Jeff. Well, whatever gets us money, whatever brings in the sponsorship, cash, whatever deals that we can get, more exposure is always good for everything. That's one thing that we lack, right? Is a really good team that gets us good deals, gets us exposure, social media presence, commercial presence, all that good stuff. Because if you want to be a top team, if you want to be a big top team, you've got to start doing those things. I mean, I'm not saying we need on the scale of Manchester United or Manchester City or anything, but there's a big difference between being sponsored by Chevrolet and being sponsored by Sports Pesa or by Fly Emirates or by, everybody's, oh, there goes Deulofeu. No, she just took on 4 players. He just absolutely skinned our entire defense. And Well, good news for you, Troy. It looks like De La Feu is on it today, and I'm not. I mean, there's no reason he shouldn't be coming back to where he's played before, and well, played for us twice, right? But here we go, coming forward, Bammon out to Coleman. Go on, Richie. Take him, Richie. Take him, Richie. Get it to him. Cross into the box. That's a handball. Sure, that's a handball. Oh, never mind. Smacked him right in the face. He's down. He's down. Wow, Jeff, we've got it like that, huh? Erzmanov sponsorship, Erzmanov buildings, Erzmanov steel, but yet Erzmanov doesn't want to have any say in Everton. He doesn't want to publicly be like a shareholder or come out for anything. But he's basically the sugar daddy. I mean, Farad, Mashiri's like the owner, the visible guy up there. Then when you got Erzmanov, puppet master. Oh yeah, he got slashed in the ribs there. Oh. Well, I don't like to see players get injured, but if that is Holloway down, interesting's a word for it. Yeah. Let's see this. Oh yeah, hit him right across the chest. So I don't know if he tore something or it's not super horrible, but if anything can stop that guy from whipping in balls from the left, because he's got a bad boy left foot on him, can pick a pass, can shoot, got a hell of a free kick on him. So, all right, corner to Everton. Here come Luca Dean. Usually a fabulous delivery of the ball here. Not seeing too much movement right now in there. Let's see. Ball comes in. Oh, all the way through everybody. Oh, nobody on the 6-yard line. Nobody on the 6-yard box. Back in by Bernard. Back to Luca Dean again. Having a shot. Ooh. Not a bad effort. But yeah. Oh, you should be excited, and it's looking good so far. It's looking good. I'm just worried about what we do inside the 18-yard box. That's all, because like I said, once Bernard gets into that 18-yard box, he seems to go into some parallel dimension where nothing makes sense. Gravity's different. His left foot turned into his right foot, his right to his left. He can't keep his balance. He just goes into psycho crazy mode when he gets inside there. And DLC, fine with his chest, fine with the close control, but sometimes his positioning and getting into certain areas that'd be more beneficial. It's always a letdown, but we got Richarlison coming from the right, Bernard that can coming from the left in those situations, but it's just that it's not even the final third, is it? It's like the final fifth of the pitch that we're lackluster in. But Watford got that high press going on. Watford do have that high press, but we're making our way out of it. Ben Foster's a good goalkeeper too. He played Gomez, there we go. Great, see there's that play by Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Great hold-up play. Wins a free kick. Crowd loving DCL. Play too many video games. He's not downloadable content. He's Dominic Calvert-Lewin. DCL. Ooh, I want some salami bites. Does anybody know where I can get some good salami bites? Maybe wash it down with a beer. So yeah, Budweiser. Oh, that's fine. That popped up right when I was thinking about Beretta salami slices. They put up a Budweiser thing too. Now, if I could only find a good airline. Feeling the Richarlison go, huh? Well, we got another corner. Dean's over again. A round of applause for Luca. I say got a lot of people in the middle. Oh, belief is unshakable. I believe, baby. Crushed in again. Oh, Richarlison got up. That's another corner, though. Now, they're under the cosh right now, but, you know, you got Cathcart back there just dominating in the air. Got Dawson dominating. So, we'll see. I'm so happy I have Luka in my fantasy team. Always good for an assist, right? Comes in again. Oh, front post. Oh, free kick. Free kick on the outside of the box, about 22 yards out. Did you guys, I told you guys, right? You saw the video where I said that I got my brand new Siberian Husky and named him Luka. Luka. Had to name him for the left back. Oh, I'm sure the players do believe Jeff, which I think that's one thing that Marco is really good at. Obviously, you said that before, coaching players, telling them exactly what he wants, what he expects, tells them when they do well, tells them when they need improvement, but constantly, you listen to Richarlison talk about Marco Silva. If you need to know anything about how Marco Silva coaches, about how he treats players, just listen to what Richarlison has said about Marco Silva. Oh, shh, free kick time. Sigurdsson's over it, Luka's over it. Oh, into the wall by Luka. Isaac, how are you, my friend? What are you feeling about the game today? Been a good start. 10 minutes in, you know. Take a look at the stats real fast while we're here. Yeah, it's about 60-40 to us right now. We have had the only shot on target, 3 corners. So, and they've had more tackles and more fouls, but they have had 2 tackles and 2 fouls. But here goes Bernard down the left side into the 18. Bernard scores 1-0. Gets some. Sorry, I was talking shit about him earlier when he got into the 18-yard box like he went crazy. Bernard 1-0. Gets some. Have some of that. Have some of that. And everyone's super excited. I'm happy for Bernard. I think he's such a great player. I think he's a wonderful technical player. Just lacks the finishing. But there we go. Cut inside. You know. And it was Luka Dean with a long ball. So there's an assist for me in my Premier League. Catches it on the outside of the 18-yard box. Takes it in a couple of steps. Cuts inside. Bam. Right foot. I think Foster should have done better. But nope. Time to update this. It's great. That was great. Here we go. Yet Bernard will tear you apart. What happened to my other text? But yeah, there we go. 1-0. 1-0 Everton. Let me move this over a little bit. Yeah, it took a deflection off Dawson, but you know what can you really do about that? Sorry, I have to do this really fast, guys. I didn't save something. Yeah, we're up 1-0. Yes, I thought I saved that, but obviously not. Update the 1-0. Okay, we're good. Sorry about that. Okay, we're back. No, it was a great goal. Early release pass from Digne from the edge of his own 18-yard box, around the outside, over the halfway line. Bernard was in his side of his own half. Lightning quick, fast pace. To took on his defender, took him into the box, made the defender make a decision, couldn't bring him down, couldn't touch him, so he cuts inside, keeps the ball low, fast-paced. Oh, look at Bamman. Yes. That was great play. Oh, I'm bubbling inside right now. I'm feeling this right now inside. I'm having a good time. But yeah, Bernard, fabulous goal. And that's what we need more of. That's what we're in preseason. That's what we were talking about. Lots of things. We're talking about Dominic Calvert-Lewin positioning, getting more goals. But then other players pitching in. Richarlison pitched in last season. Sigurdsson pitched in last season. I think Bernard got like 1 goal and 1 assist, and his 1 goal was in the FA Cup, I believe, or it might have been the Carabao Cup against Southampton. But either way, no, I think it was FA Cup. But no, just needs more contribution in the final third. He puts in the effort. He does his defensive work. He brings Luka into play quite a bit with his movement, making space. Who just got booked? Oh, Coleman in the book now. Yeah, that's a little late by Seamus. So Seamus in the book. So we can take a deep breath now. Good hold-off play by Gomez there. Nice and strong. I can't believe Marco was so slick and smooth about the Gomez thing. I mean, cause even looking back, in hindsight, looking at the social media posts, looking at the press conference, looking at reports, it wasn't even training. The video came out of Delphin training, and they had all the stuff, and I didn't see Gomez out there too much. I didn't see him out there at all, and then all of a sudden, wham! Here he is. Saturday afternoon, sunny day, Goodison Park. But yeah, we're bossing this right now. Seamus just needs to be careful though. But I mean, he's not a Schneiderlin. He's not going to lose his head and do anything stupid. But maybe just give a word to Keane, give a little word to Bamman, say, hey, I don't want to get overrun. I don't have to make a silly tackle or a last-ditch effort tackle right now. Ooh, Gomez versus Decore. Decore is such a player. Such a good player. So strong. Yeah, he was sneaky, but again, I wouldn't have been so concerned if Delph hadn't been injured, Schneiderlin hadn't got a red card, because like you were saying, I had some people saying to me on Instagram and other places, like, dude, it could be Bamman and Davis, and it's not the most creative, not the tallest, not the most experienced midfield. Oh, here we go. Bamman picks it up. Oh, Bamman looking for Sigurdsson, but no, Bamman is looking good. Looking very good. Just a little overhit, or maybe Siggy's just not fast enough. I'd put that down to Siggy not being fast enough, but it looked like Siggy was actually trying to break through the lines there. Last week, I was talking about how Dominic Calvert-Lewin, when he was coming short, there was nobody going in behind him. Like Sigurdsson wasn't bombing forward. Bernard wasn't cutting in and going behind. Nobody was getting behind him, but it looks like Sigurdsson might actually have been trying to make a run past the last defender and be ahead of Dominic for once. That's what we need more of. Right? I think that's something that Iwobi will give us. I think that's something that Ken will definitely give us. Ooh. Now we're pressing high now. We are pressing high. As usual, this is looking good. All of us looking down the outside to Defufu. Delafeo versus Keane. Ooh, Will Hughes cutting inside. Don't do anything stupid, Seamus. Offside. I do like bombing. I like a bombing too. I hope you like bombing too. Sorry. It's bad etiquette on my half. Bad etiquette on my behalf. But crowd's gone a little bit quiet, but that's fine. Maybe we're being smug. Watford supporters aren't looking like they're having a good time either. But anybody watch the Arsenal game earlier? By the way, I thought Burnley were going to get out of that with a point at some point in time because Arsenal, they're so good going forward, but you know their defensive nonce is not all there. Even with the addition of David Luiz, we all know what David Luiz is. He's a ball playing centre back, can ping a ball left, ping a ball right, can score a headed goal every now and then. Good offensively, but he's a little suspect when it comes to the actual defensive side of the game. But no, I don't think Arsenal would be anywhere if it wasn't for Lacazette and Aubameyang. Every single game, you see him versus Newcastle, one chance, one goal. Today, Lacazette, one chance, one goal. Aubameyang, quick break. Pretty much the same way that it's like almost identical to the goal that Bernard scored just now. Good ball down the left, runs on, commits his defender, cuts inside, right-footed shot, wham, near post, and game's over. But other than that, I thought Burnley had a really, really decent game. Well, too bad you're not at Goodison, Ant, but you can go ahead and scream that in here all you like. All you like. Oh, well cut out by Bernard. He's having a good game so far. Fabulous game from Bernard. Okay, this is the problem. This is the problem for Watford. Deeney's coming way, way, way too short. I mean, he's coming and picking the ball up literally alongside his central defensive midfielder. So they don't have any width right now. They're not stretching the play. And if they keep this up, yeah, see, long ball to De La Feu. I mean, that's what they're going to try and do, but it looks like Keane is staying really close to De La Feu when they're about to break. I mean, the ball doesn't even come over the halfway line, and De La Feu is already on lockdown. Oh, a bad ball by Seamus there, but yeah, if they just want to keep trying to go over the top, we can handle that all day long. All day long. Yeah, no, they are quality players, Jeff, but it's also how clinical they are. Like there's never a doubt in my mind when Aubameyang gets one-on-one, or Lacazette gets one-on-one, or Aguero, or Jesus, or sadly to say like Salah, or Harry Kane. Like there's some people that you see the move developing, and you just say 1-0. You say it's a goal. And then when they do miss, it's like, whoa, holy wow, I can't believe Aguero missed that. But 9% of the time, it's just like, well, there you go. You see it developing. And you just say, if that ball goes through to that player, it's a goal. And it usually is. And I think that's, we don't get that right now with Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Just like with that goal with Bernard that he just scored, like, I sat there, and that's why I wasn't, super hyped and super getting out of my seat yelling and screaming. If Richarlison scores like that, if other players do, you can see it's like, oh my god, oh, and then you get up. But I was just sitting there like, Bernard cut inside, and I was like, yeah, he's cut inside, but that's not the issue with Bernard. Bernard is he can create his space, he can get his shot off, he can do all those things. It's just the amount of times I've seen him not be clinical, not finish the move, it doesn't excite me. But then he went and proved everybody wrong, and there we go, proved wrong. Bernard tore me apart, tore the defense apart, tore it all apart. And we're 1-0 up. Looks like Watford have a corner here. This is only besides De La Feu's pace up top and the midfield that they have. This is the biggest concern for us, I think, is going to be them on set pieces because Alaves just came over to take the free kick, and I mean the corner. He's got one hell of a delivery on him. This boy, one hell of a delivery on him. Ooh, Yerry Mina bossing it, just bossing it. Just I'll have that, lad. I'll have that. Village for another corner though. You know, squeaky bum time all the time. I mean, they got two people stood right around Pickford's area. So as long as Pickford doesn't do anything stupid, this should go out pretty well and easy. Far post. Oh, it's off the post or off the bar. I don't know if Pickford tipped that onto the post or the bar, but Cathcart got in there. Let's see this again. Great delivery, just what I was saying. Boom. Oh, it looks like Pickford got a hand onto the bar. That was close, lads. Close. It was close. But that's, like I said, it's one hell of a delivery by that lad. To the far post, but not too far, not too overhit. Right where it should have gone. Just fell in. Another ball in by Halavas. Up for the header. Easy for Pickford. Come on, quickly. Let's go. Quick release to Bamin. Bamin just gets caught on the ball. Mina clears up. Still want to see that again to see if it was actually tipped onto the bar by Pickford. Oh, here we go. We're breaking. Gomez plays it through to Richarlison. Richarlison to DLC. Oh, that's a penalty. Come on. Oh, wow. That's no... Oh. Are you fucking serious? Fucking Lee Mason. I think he was pulled down there. Okay, fine. It wasn't a penalty. I'm sorry. I apologize for getting all worked up. But that was a great piece of play, though. Gomez stole in, brought the ball forward. Quick ball to Richarlison. Richarlison got it out of his feet, played it to DLC. DLC tried to turn, but seemed to be half shoved, half motion of his body, fell down. So, yeah, not really a penalty, but I would have taken it. Not going to lie. Yeah, Sigurdsson inside to DLC there. Ooh. I think Andre should have called him off. If he'd have dummied that, Gomez was in. But... yeah, I think Batman's having a fine game here too. Crowd love it. I love it. Everyone loves it. Playing around the back now. Don't want to take too much time on this. Broke the press beautifully. Straight ball through the lines. And now we're on the attack. See, front to back in a couple of passes. What we need. Front to back. Now taking too much time. But now we went from Mina all the way out to Richarlison. 2 quick passes. Completely bypassed Decore. Bypassed Hughes. Bypassed Capoue. Now Richarlison on the outside. Cutting inside. Bamin now. Back to Gomez. Gomez switched that lad. Okay, to Mina. And then back to Pickford. But yeah, quite satisfied with this so far. Quite satisfied. I mean, I just don't understand why we couldn't have done this against Palace. We were doing this up until the Gomez injury, the Schneiderlin sending off. It just wasn't working for us. But this is exactly how it goes. We go 1-0 up, and now we're just even more confident, got even more rhythm. Everything seems to be working out. Players look fresh, look excited, playing their game, relaxed, the way you want it. The way that you want it. Ball out. Oh, beautiful ball out from Pickford. Gomez. Go, Gomez. Just run at him, lad. Run at him. Gomez has some pace on him. Come on. Oh, out to Dean. It's overhit by Luca Dean. It's overhit. But Gomez is getting a lot of space. I think he's quite trusting of bombing at the back there, so I don't know if they've been working, really close during the week. But Gomez, usually we just see him picking it up, playing it off, turning, finding passes. But a couple of times in this game so far, he's, just got the ball and head down. Well, head down, get some speed, head up, looking and going. That's what we need more of. More Gomez runs from the middle of the park. More Sigurdsson runs from the middle of the park, breaking forward. Bring the defenders in, give space for Coleman and Dean to expose it and get closer to the 18-yard box, or just to put a cross in right away. Oh, well won back by Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Oh, Richarlison. Out to Dean. Dean, have a pop, lad. Gomez. Bernard outside. Cross it in, lad. In. Dinked up to the... Luca Dean with the volley, but it's a tame effort, a little off balance. But a great passage of play again. Interchanging positions looks a lot better this game. We look up for it. Yeah, I think we should be a little bit more controlled too, Jeff. But I mean, I think it's just because first home game, 1-0 up, super excited, playing with confidence, and so we're just trying to break forward and just have a good time. I think we're winning the midfield battle. De La Feu, Dini not really causing us too many problems. They can ping this ball out right and left all they want. Oh, this is a nice bit of play by Watford. That's a goal kick. Goal kick. Well done, Luca Dean. Well done, Luca Dean. And I think we're troubling their defense. Our movement up top, in and out, is good. Richarlison's cutting in, creating space for Seamus. Bernard's cutting in, creating space for Luca Dean. And as soon as they do get the ball, cross it in, there are more players in the box. Because last week it's basically Dominic and Sigurdsson. I see Gomez busting the gut to get into the box on the end of these crosses. See Bamin also getting forward. That's a foul on Richarlison. That's a yellow card. Kapue has been booked. Yeah. Dirty. I mean, I'm fine with us being an excitable puppy, Jeff. I'm fine with the way we're playing, as long as we just don't get overcommitted and lose something on the break. That's just my biggest fear, but right now it doesn't look like that's happening. Ball down the line by Shea. Nope. Coleman gets dispossessed. Who was that? Oh, it was Michael Keane that played the ball. Oh. Hey, Ant, did you see the pictures of my boys? Let's see. I think I got them on here somewhere. Let's see if you guys can see this. I don't really want to do it, but here. See my little puppers? Yep. Really, they're not housebroken, Jeff. That's too bad. That's too bad. Okay, Gomez to Richarlison. I should just play it back. Play it back and forward, back and forward. That's decent. Oh, come on. I have 32 minutes in. We're having a good time. Super excited. Yeah, if we can just get into a half-time with this lead. Will Hughes, ball dropped luckily for Hughes there. De La Feu. Oh, yeah. See, we're coming in and being compact when necessary, but as soon as that happens, we spread out. Like we're not dwelling too much on the defensive side of the game, but you got to take Jerry out of the game. You can't let Jerry get too much space. Can't let him turn. Can't let him play tricky 1-2s around the box. But again, here we go. Gomez, beautiful pass. Bernard's so slick and smooth. Look at Luke. Oh, that's a foul. See, but look at that. Bernard's right back up and just right back out into his position doing his defensive duty. That's fine. Let De La Feu play on the right side. Keep him out there. Good work, Dean. Good work. There's nobody ahead of him there. Just hold him up. Just hold him up. We're falling asleep a little on Will Hughes' positioning. He seems to be popping up all over the place, getting the ball, but there's not really too much going on around him. Ball out to the corner with De La Feu. Mina's there. Hold him, Yeri. Yeri versus Jerry. Hughes again. Oh, Luca, that's a silly foul to give away. That's, I don't know. That just seemed like a little bit of shoulder to me. Yeah, that's a soft one. That's soft. That's a soft and limp free kick to give them. But it's on the corner of our box. I'm sure Alavas will take his time over this. Alavas and De La Feu over the ball. I'm sure Alavas is going to have a shot here. Probably going to go for Pickford's near post. Oh, nah, never looked like anything was going to happen there. Never looked like anything was happening there. Guys, it says there's 8 people in here. Well, there was just a few more. I've only got 3 likes. Disappointing, guys. Just click the thumbs button. And if you're in here watching and you're lurking, say something in chat. You're an Evertonian and you're a Watford supporter. You're just kind of checking out what's going on. And if you do like it, please feel free to subscribe. I'm not going to hold it against you if you do that. Ooh, Alex Iwobi just standing up doing something random. Yeah, no, we definitely need the second goal. There's no doubt about that. I don't feel like clenching my butt cheeks for the whole second half, but I think. Actually, I don't think this. I feel, and that's always a touchy, ethereal thing. But I think eventually we're going to see Iwobi and Ken today. I think once the Watford backline, like Cathcart, Dawson, have all been worn down, maybe a little tired in the legs. I think that'll be a perfect time to bring on Ken. Oh, I thought Yeri giving away a penalty on Jerry there, but nope. Goal kick. Let's see this again. Oh, why is that a yellow card for diving? Why isn't that a yellow card for diving? It has to be. It's definitely not a goal kick. It's definitely not a corner. It's either a goal kick or it's a yellow card for De La Feu, but somehow it's turned into a corner. We better not concede from this. This is disgraceful. Lee Mason is such a plonker. What, they're going to VAR that? Oh, never mind. They better not score from this corner, else it's going to be complete bullshit. Ball comes in. Cleared away. That's fine. No blowing up today. No getting angry today. Alright. Right at 7 minutes till halftime, we've kind of slowed the tempo down a little bit, but Watford have been coming on quite a bit towards us, trying to do something, but not really getting anywhere. They're just winning corners and playing the ball out wide, which is fine for us. We can break that down and stop it. Here they go again down the outside. There's Pereira, one-on-one with Keane. Inside to Decore. Well cut out by Bernard. Again, defensively, defensively we're fine. Watford are pretty predictable right now. So we're getting into position really quickly. Coleman, don't do anything silly, lad. Oh, ball in from Halavas. Oh, Pickford tried to come for that, but Dini was there. Oh, blocked by Pickford. Oh, they're putting us under a little bit of pressure now. The great hold-up play by DLC. Just gives it to Decore. Oh, Bernard tried to play it to DLC. Oh, we're maintaining possession. It's getting a little scrappy out there now. Nobody do anything stupid. Nobody slide in. Well, that's good pressing. It's good pressing all around the park. And now we've come full circle and they're out on our left-hand side again. Looking for Troy Deeney over the top. Michael Keane heads it back to Pickford. It's all good. Pickford just calming it down. No quick release. Letting everybody get a quick breath. Get back into position. And then we just ping it up top to Richarlison. Richarlison heads it on towards Bernard. Bernard controls it beautifully. Plays it out to Coleman. And Capoue just brings down Bernard pretty badly. Capoue needs to be watching his ass because he's already on a yellow. Yeah, that was late. But no, it's not a second yellow. Chances of them winning all depends how we play. We're soaked up the pressure pretty well. But like I said, my only concern for Watford is either a fast break with De La Feu at full speed, because he's a great player. Deeney maybe 1-on-1, but no, their biggest threat comes from corner kicks and set pieces with Halavas's delivery, their height in the box. Here we go again. Luca over the ball. Sigurdsson whips it in. Oh, Richarlison heads over the bar. Decent effort, decent chance, but he probably should have headed it down, but it might have been a little behind him. Yeah, he was behind it. Didn't have enough time to just get up and give it down. Yeah. Yeah, direction was good. The header, just too far. Just didn't get his head around it. That could have been 2. Oh, now they're going route 1 now. They're just hoofing it. They're just giving it the hoof. Pereira versus Coleman in the corner here. Gabaman coming over to cover. Baman, that's never a foul. What a flop. What a flopper. This Pereira. Nah, but that didn't need to be like that, though, did it? Excuse me 1 second. Oh! Capoue, the back post, that free kick just came all the way through. Nobody got a head on it. Nobody got a touch. No, he wasn't really that close. Too much whip on it, but nobody was marking him at the back post. it was Capoue and somebody else, and just Dean one-on-one. I think Gomez might have lost his man, or there wasn't enough communication, but risky business. If that ball would have had a little less weight on it, a little less curl, that would have fallen right for a half volley, and Pickford was nowhere. That would have been a hard-paced tap-in, let's just say. Yeah, 2 minutes till halftime. Everyone can go have themselves a cup of tea, coffee, beer, vodka shots, maybe a little smoke. But yeah, 1-0 Everton. Good times had by all. Looks like most of the crowd's going to go get their cuppa. Does anyone know if they sell pies at Goodison Park? I'd go for a pie right now. Oh, what you going to be drinking on, Ant? I'm not a big beer drinker myself, but I always like to know what people's bevy of choice might be. Yeah, we just slow it down till halftime. Unless we can get a corner or something, maybe go in 2-0 up, give them a real kick in the sack. I was just wondering, Jeff, I wish I could have a big, a lunch right now, but still, it's only 8:45 in the morning over here, so it's still kind of breakfast time. So I might have maybe some breakfast pizza or yogurt or something like that. Ooh, I haven't had a really, really good English sausage roll for the longest time. There's certain things I miss. One of the things I really, 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 really miss about living over there, you might be your thing, it might not, but a good Cornish pasty, a good hot steaming Cornish pasty. That's yeah, makes me salivate just thinking about having a pasty or two or three. Steak and kidney pie, all well and good. Mushy peas on chips, all well and good. But Cornish pasty, that's what I'm all about. Corner ball. But that was never a handball. But because that's the thing about VAR, you just don't know what's going to get looked at by VAR in certain times. And things that players don't react to or don't, seem to have too much business in. Ooh, that's never an intentional handball, is it? Come on. Meat and potato pasty. That is what I'm talking about. I mean, I can get them from some British store over here in America. They get frozen and brought in, so I can get them. But it's just not the same as just buying one from just a cart, however you do it, or just somebody that specializes in pasty. That's the only thing they do. They just have a little hot, whatever. And, so sausage rolls, Cornish pasties. Not too much else that I really miss over there. I said last week, obviously, pickled onion, Monster Munch. I mean, some chocolates I miss that you can't get over in America. I really like Flake bars, Quality Street. Really miss those. What else do they have that I really, really used to enjoy? Halftime, by the way. Halftime. 1-0. Bernard scored in the 10th minute. I thought it was a fabulous, wonderful goal. I don't know what you're all going to do for your halftime. So go get your bevy. Go get everything else that you need to come back. Give the badge a little rub while you're there. But I'll be back. I've got to take care of the necessaries. And be back. Making a Cornish pasty, Jeff, come on. Like, I mean, I guess I could go through the trial and error of it, but like my level for what a good Cornish pasty is, or a good sausage roll is pretty high. It's like I could try and make my own curry. I love curry, but I can't make a massaman or a vindaloo or a masala or a saag as well as the Indian place down the street does. So, you know, it might taste kind of like curry. I've got my coconut milk, I've got my spices, I've got my this and my that, but, you know, I'd rather just get it from the source. I trust professionals, and I'm not a professional chef. I'm not a professional culinary expert. So I'll be back. Recipe book, I guess. Yeah, that's true. Oh, maybe you're on something. Maybe I'll do a video at some point in time. Do a little vlog of me making Cornish pasties before an Everton game. That's always an idea. Content's content, right? But I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Oh, what? Really? Somebody didn't like the video? Let's just take a look at what's going on here. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, one dislike. Oh, I wonder if that was the Watford supporter. He was all happy and excited to be here until we scored on him. Or it could just be that, you know, maybe a red came in here, maybe a blue came in here, maybe somebody from a different channel, or somebody who doesn't like American accented Englishmen, or who knows why people don't like stuff. Who cares, really? But yeah, so everything's been taken care of. Let's take a quick look at the stats for the game so far. It's been about 50-50 in possession, but well, it's like 55-45. We've had 6 shots, 4 of them on target. They've had 3 shots, 1 on target. It's been a pretty even game. And fouls, yellow cards, all that good stuff. We just edged it, obviously, in the goals, and I think we've been more creative and more promising going forward. But other than that, pretty even game. I think a second goal is something that we definitely need, though. Richarlison, 2 shots, 1 off target, 24 touches, passing accuracy, 20%. That's not really that good. Wait. They sold pasties and sausage rolls for £1, or like an even amount of pound, like it was like £2 or £4. Like there was no 69 or 89 or 87. There was no pennies after. It was just a solid amount of pounds. I always like stores that do that. We got stores over here called like Dollar Tree or Dollar Land, Family Dollar, stuff like that, where everything just costs 1 or 2. There's no, it's easy math. But then again, it is kind of for low income and that type of crowd. So maybe just doing math, adding up all the pounds and adding on 6% sales tax is easier that way. It makes people feel more comfortable. But yeah. Looks like we're going to come the substitutes for the second half. Well, not substitutes, but the subs. But what's the quality though, Ant? Like, there's only so much you can get. When you sell something for £1, you're obviously giving up quality ingredients, or you're giving up, I don't know. Pound World, that makes sense. Oh, that's a cute little kid. I don't think we've made any changes at the half. No, your history. We don't care what the red side say. Do 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 do. Okay, Andre Gomez stood over the ball. We're about to kick off the second half. The Everton boys are there. Yes, I'm tone deaf. It's okay. Alright, 45 minutes more. 3 points on the board, 4 points out of 6. This we'll be totally excited, and then we're gonna go. Where do we go next? Aston Villa away. Interesting. Oh, but hey, as long as they're good quality, and I guess if you've been out on the town and you come home, all you want is something to eat just to calm your stomach, or if you've been on the and you got the munchies, you're really hungry, then I can see putting back 2 or 3 £1 sausage rolls or £1 pies, £1 pasties, like I could see myself doing that. Nah, so they still have the Pound Bakery though, or is that just something you're reminiscing about? Because if I could find somebody that lived by the Pound Bakery, I'd send them like $100 and like $50 worth of shipping for them to get it frozenly shipped to me, and I'll just have 50 sausage rolls and 50 pasties, and they can just go buy them all, and ship them all to me. I got a big freezer, so I'll just put them all in there, and then on game day, have a pasty in one hand, have a sausage roll in the other, and just goal Everton. No, they didn't score, by the way. They didn't score. I'm just corner goes all the way through again. Gee, I can't. My heart can't take this all the time. Today, Pereira back in. That's offside. No, it's not. De La Feu cuts inside again. Oh, don't touch him. Don't bring him down. Pereira. Good play by Mina. Well broken up. But Watford have come out. No, actually, that was Baman. Got a lot of players that kind of, not in a ethnic way, but kind of look the same almost at first glance, like Baman and Mina, with the hair, with the stature. I'm getting those two confused right now. Almost like when I was watching the Arsenal game earlier, I could not tell the difference between Guendouzi and David Luiz from a long wide shot. And I was like, oh, there Luiz passes to Lacazette, and it ends up being Guendouzi, and then it's just difficult when you've got a central holding midfielder that plays right in front, or a centre back who also likes to play in a central midfield role. So you just got these two sideshow bobs running around. So yeah, from a distance, some players can look the same. But Gomez was just booked for something. I don't know what was Andre Gomez just booked for. Mouthing off? Is that what it was? I'm really confused. Yeah, Troy Deeney trying to get up against Michael Keane. Come on, son. It's not gonna work. See, can I ask this question? Just throwing it out there. Is there really a huge difference between Maguire and Keane? Like Harry Maguire obviously went for 80 million in the summer to Manchester United. Yes, they pay a premium for an English player going in teams in the Premier League, but I mean most of the time it's Keane and Maguire at the back for England, right? Keane plays in a team that's had second most clean sheets in the Premier League in 2019, just behind Manchester City. Maybe he doesn't score the same amount of goals, but probably has the same amount of when you line them up the stats, clearances, tackles, duels won, passing accuracy. I could probably bring that up, but it can't be that far away. So what if Michael Keane was going to leave? What's his price? 70 million? 60 million, or do we just say, you know what, he's pretty much the same as Harry Maguire, so is Keane worth 75 to 80 million if he was to go somewhere else in the Premier League? Because I don't see that much difference in what Michael Keane brings to a team and what Harry Maguire does. I mean, I think Maguire's more a natural leader, talks a little more and all that, but Yandy Phillip. Oh, you're asking about Keane and Maguire? Yeah, I mean, that just came into my head right now. But, seeing the way he was just handing Troy Deeney what the people say that Harry Maguire's strengths are and all of that, I just don't really see too much of a difference in what they can bring to a team. Oh, here we go. Bernard, full pace. Full pace plays out to Luca. Luca into the box. Oh, Charleston was almost there, but... I mean, being great on the ball is one thing, but don't you have to play in a team that wants to play out from the back like that? I mean, I think Michael Keane's great on the ball. I just think the way that we start our attacks and the way that we play, it's, because John Stones was supposed to be great on the ball, but, look at him defensively. Still makes the same mistakes he was making for us when he played for us for the first couple of times. But, better on the ball. I think that's subjective for what you want to do in attack, the way you set up, players you have playing around you, and all that. But surely, okay, so you take off 10 million for being a little better on the ball, so is Michael Keane worth 70 million if, say, Tottenham came in for him, or if Arsenal came in for him? 70 million, right? Straight up. Or is it just because, Man United can pay the money to pay 80 million, to pay the high wages, because they're desperate to bring in a player like that? There's Michael Keane again, clearing up, heading away, great positioning, out-muscled Decore there. That's a way over hit pass from the right side for them. Gone out of play, throwing for us. Hold on, I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Dogs getting into a little kerfuffle argument, and seeing as one of them's still a puppy, I don't want anybody getting overly aggressive and hurting one another, but just a little bit of growling, because my wife's about to take them on a walk, so they get a little overhyped when they're about to go on their walk. But it doesn't look like anything's changed. Watford just passing it around a little bit. Oh, what'd you have? What'd you have, Jeff? Lay it on me, brother. I'm always down for a dirty breakfast myself. But back to Maguire and Keane. Maguire, when they played under Claude Puel, that wasn't what they did, playing out from. Well, they didn't really need to play out from the back too much because they like to play possession-based football, right? So, I mean, if you want to come out from the back, and actually I'm talking like putting your foot on the ball and coming 10, 15, 20 yards out of the defense and then committing a midfielder and then playing it out and breaking down the lines there. But I didn't see too many instances where Maguire was, essential to creating or starting off the offensive moves for Leicester. Okay, 55 minutes. What are we looking for substitutions today, everybody? I'm looking to see Moise Kean at some point. I'm maybe looking for a Iwobi at some point, because again, I think Sigurdsson has been quite a bit of a passenger, so I don't really know what we want to try and kind of do about that. I mean, it's not really affected us into oh, never mind. Shh. Here goes Richarlison. Quick break around Richarlison. Quick release by Pickford. Richarlison could not inside. Oh, pass easily picked out by them. Tried to play in Sigurdsson. Now they're away. And goes Capoue. Out to Deulofeu. Deulofeu cutting inside. Oh, Deeney saved by Pickford. Jesus. Pickford just took it straight in the face, but Richarlison just gave it away, and they broke so fast and so quickly. It was a great counter-attack by Watford, and that's what I was talking about earlier. That's the way they're going to do it. Quick to Capoue. Deulofeu just cuts inside, takes out 3 players out the game. Quick pass behind Keane. Deeney's in there, but Pickford just takes it right in the noggin. Bam! Oh, right in the eye, right in the cheek, right in the face. But it's a great save. Doesn't have a bloody nose, but Richarlison should come over and give him a pat on the back for that, because that Richarlison can't be getting telegraphed like that. That was such an obvious pass. Maybe Sigurdsson should have come closer. Maybe Sigurdsson was waiting for it, but either way, that almost ended in disaster. And that's why we need the second goal. Obviously. Oh, well, broken up by Gomez. Gomez plays inside to Richarlison. Oh. Way overhit pass. I could probably agree with that, EP. I mean, Decore and Capoue, I think, they're not the flashiest of players. They're not, the most skillful, but they're big, they're strong, they're powerful. They understand how to position really well. Oh, Richarlison, that's it. Come on. Richarlison gets dragged down. Yellow card for Halavas. He's got to be careful now. See, this is where if I was Richarlison, I would just go at him constantly now. Feed Richarlison. Commit Halavas to making a tackle every time, and try and get him sent off. That's gamesmanship. I know people would we'd all like to see 11 on 11, but I also want 3 points with Everton today. So if we have to play a little dirty, Halavas needs to watch himself. But no, back to Capoue and Decore. I think they're great at what they do. I don't think too many other teams really play with 2 defensive midfielders, do they? Or at least not 2 units like Decore and Capoue. I think they do what it says on the tin, right? They don't try and do anything super expansive. I know they can both pick a pass, they can both make runs forward, but Richarlison, a header again over the bar. But he's narrowing it in there. Well, that's a good ball from Sigurdsson. I mean, he might not do much in open play, but the lad can still put in a delivery. Can still put in a delivery. Everton, Everton, Everton. Oh, it looks like, for what we're hearing, it might be Theo Walcott coming on for Richarlison. Ay, ay, ay. But, trust in Silva. Silva in. Maybe he knows what he's doing. I mean, maybe Walcott's pace, maybe he can take Halaves out the game, commit Halaves, or maybe Halaves just can't do much on the, can't do anything crazy defensively, so maybe Theo's pace will benefit us if he comes on, but, I mean, it's just disappointing. It's just disappointing to see Walcott come on for Richarlison. Not disappointing to see Walcott come on. I still think he's got plenty to offer. Great squad player, great experience, great professional. But he's just not Richarlison, is he? Yeah, it's never a foul. Oh, yeah. Yellow card for Pereira for flopping around. Oh, yeah, that's a terrible dive. That's Zaha, Neymar style diving right there. Like you just got shot in the leg. And that's dirty. Dirty, dirty, filthy. But I don't know. I don't think Theo will come on for a while. Richarlison's just missed a couple of opportunities, so I don't want to kill his confidence. But I think eventually it's going to happen. Yeah, you're right about that, EP. But he's hold up play has been great again. Bringing people into play, finding space is just, no shots on target really. Not been getting on the end of any crosses. But I think we'll see Moise Kean within the next 5-10 minutes. I'm assuming Silva should give him at least 15 to 20 minutes. Yep, Richarlison's off. Walcott's on. Yeah, I'd want to see Iwobi too. But we'll see how it's going. I just don't think he's really that game ready. Maybe if we could seal up this, if we get that second goal, I could see us making some substitutions like that. Oh! Breaking up a little bit of handbags between Pereira and Mina here. Pereira hitting the ground, holding his head, and all of a sudden he gets up. And we're talking smack. So I always find funny about teams like Watford, like, if Seamus is in there, the Everton captain trying to break stuff up, and Troy Deeney I just think goes, nah, you know what, lads, have at it. I'm up for fighting, I'm up for brawling, I'm up for battling. So if you guys want to have a little fisticuffs, a little this and that, have at it. I'm not gonna. I'm not too concerned because if we don't score a second one, then we concede. It's no more than we deserve. I don't think it's gonna. I disagree with that, and I don't think it's gonna lower his confidence. I think he's got to be drip fed into the team because if you start him from the top of the game, and he doesn't have a great time up there, you only got to replace him with Dominic Calvert-Lewin. So I mean, I'd give him a chance, 15 minutes, get it. I think coming out and playing in front of the Goodison crowd, getting a couple of minutes in, you know, I think that'll be good for his confidence overall. Because he's obviously not going to hit the ground running. Great play by Seamus. Great play. But given away. Oh, and Gomez. They say that's a foul on Gomez. Quiet. Shh. Don't. You on a yellow card, Andre? Just calm it down. Calm it down. But I think also taking off Dominic Calvert-Lewin and bringing on Ken says that DLC is just not doing what we expect him to do. We need something else. We need to try something else. It's not working. Because if you let Dom play for 90 minutes, you say, well, everything you did was fine. Everything was wonderful. You were just unlucky. I don't think that's the case. Yeah, nice play. Nice play. Bernard looking forward for... Oh, just a little overhit. A little too much bend on it for Luca Dean there. But again, Bernard and Luca, they're so good together. Will Hughes is going off. I didn't see who came on. Oh, Danny Welbeck. Well, I guess, give Danny Welbeck a little round of applause, he's had some horrible injuries in his time. So, personally, I would have taken him at Everton on a free transfer. I just don't know if the money in his weekly wage, well, obviously his wages and his contract would have been maybe a little pricey and a little high, but I think he's got a point to prove after his time at Arsenal and his injuries. But it's just kind of like a Daniel Sturridge situation that what was I talking about? You don't want to see a professional player be good, be talented, have a lot of promise and potential and contribute. Oh, Moise Ken looks like he's warming up. Sorry to get distracted, but Mr. Ken looks like he could be about to make his home debut. But yeah, I just don't like to see any professional player constantly have injuries over and over and over again because they can't get any form of consistency. They don't get to play the sport that they really enjoy. And there's been a lot of them that have had that happen to them. Some people have to retire early because of just constant injuries and not being able to ever get back to 100%. So you look at how long it took Balassi to get back to saying that he's 100%. You look at Andy Carroll, like I said, other players have had that happen. Luke Shaw, for example. There's lots of players that they have good careers now, or they're getting paid to make money. They're playing their football, but just constantly start year after year. Not consistently being in the starting 11, not consistently being able to play. It just must be really, really stressful. You don't wish that on anybody, no matter which team they play for. At least I don't. Gabamin bringing it forward. Walcott. Oh, Walcott just absolutely annihilated Halavas, but the final ball is just way overhit. But Wally, that's what Walcott can do, man. Just a little quick flick of the outside of the foot and he was gone. Halavas was just stumbling like a drunk. Bamin looking out to the little overhit pass. We're looking good. There's some overhit passes. It's a little sunny out there for playing this, but look at Walcott. Whoop! Gives him a whoop! But that is overhit. DLC going to the near post. Sigurdsson in the middle. But he just tried to just whip it in, just way too high. Way too high. But good work from Wally. Sigurdsson, good play by Sigurdsson. Wins the free kick, 2-on-1. I actually kind of find it funny. Sigurdsson's only been at the club 2 years, right? I feel like he's been there for like 4 or 5. But 2 years is only... Ooh, corner ball for us. Walcott in his pink boots, looking dangerous. And this is the type of player that Walcott is, right? Like, he's a 20 to 25 minute impact player. Maybe frustrating with his finishing and all that sometimes, but he gives the defenders a run for their money, especially when one's already on a yellow card. You couldn't ask for much more in that. Fresh legs, pacey, experienced, wily, and getting one-on-one and all that, fantastic. So see if we got another decent ball in from Dean. And it goes. No one at the near post, but we'll get a second chance at it. Okay, fourth. That seemed more right, Jeff. I don't know where I saw, probably Twitter or Instagram, but I it didn't make any sense when it said 2 years ago today, Gylfi Sigurdsson signed for us, and I just didn't see. Oh, here we go. Moise Ken coming on. He's saying his prayers. He's doing his little list. He's doing it all. Calvert-Lewin going off. Had another good game. Dom's been good. Done what Dom does, but right now we need it. Come on, Moise. Come on, Moise Ken. Let's do it. Now we're excited. Bang it in, boy. But somebody needs to feed him. Somebody needs to give it to him. Dean's down doing something. Got a little cramp, Luca? Oh, looks like Luca's hamstring. What do we do? I mean, who plays at left back if that happens? Bain's not on the bench. Mason Holgate? Yep, Mason Holgate coming on. Oh, this kind of just went tits up. Seamus Coleman at left back, Holgate at right back. 72 minutes, Luca goes off of a clean sheet. So I get 6 points and an assist, so I get 9 points for my fantasy team with Luca Dean. That's fine. We're all looking good there. But now it's squeaky bum time. We got squeaky bum for 18 minutes. But hopefully Moise Ken just pulls something out of the air or out of his arse or wherever he's going to pull it from, and we just get... Oh, that's... Holgate, his first thing he does is just, for some reason, put it in the middle. Oh, and Deulofeu is having such a shocker. This is typical Deulofeu. Looks bright, looks pacey, looks like he's got a bit about him, and then all of a sudden just passes going astray, way too high, intercepted, and his head's down, confidence gone. So, but yeah, 17 minutes of squeaky. Bring that down, Bernard. Nice, Bernard. Plays it out to Moise Ken. First touch for Ken. See, that's the difference between Ken and DCL right away. Like he got the pass, he took it down, he turned his body and Bernard almost just got rocked. What was I saying? He just faced up his defender right away, and then you can either go inside, cut inside, head towards the box. He decided to play it out to the left back, but now I don't know if Dominic Calvert-Lewin is just a slow turner, like if he's a cruise ship at turning, or if that's just not his natural game. He likes to play with his back to goal and play people in that way. Well, obviously it is, but no, it looks like that's Moise Ken's first inclination is just to run at somebody or go at somebody or nutmeg somebody or just make or commit a defender right away. And I like to see that. I really do. Excuse me while I vape. Oh, by the way, on Monday I did order, you see these part right here, the glass Pyrex, whatever you want to call it, container for the vape juice. I actually bought a whole bunch of them in Everton blue. Well, not a whole bunch, but 3 of them in Everton blue. So, yeah, every little helps. Every little bit of support helps for the toffees. Yep, Keen and Mina having a good time again. Yeah, look quite comfortable. And so that partnership's only going to grow throughout the season. Yes, maybe they do have, there are some issues that you could nitpick at, but overall, I think they fit with each other and gel and have good synergy together, and that's what you need from your centre-back pairing. You don't need 2 generals, you don't need 2 people that do exactly the same thing. Oh, Moise Ken holding off, just absolutely bossed Decore around there. Should have been a free kick, but wasn't. Now, Moise Ken looks so lively. I don't know if it's just, the, what do you call it, where you take a sugar pill, but it's like you think it's like medicine. Great ball by Gomez. Coleman just has a long-range effort from left back. A little tongue out from Coleman. What's it called? The something effect. But placebo effect. The placebo effect. Like, I don't know if I just think that Ken's doing better and looking more lively and looks like he's got something about him because I want him to have that, or if it's just that he does offer something completely different in terms of play style and skill set than DCL. Gomez again, great hold-off play. Drew 3 players in, kept the ball beautifully. Oh, and I wear my Everton gear all over the place. In the middle of the Midwest of the United States of America, where nobody knows anything about Everton. Always with one of my hats, always with one of my shirts. All that, and people don't. I don't even think people recognize it as a football shirt or a football jersey. They have no concept of it, which is fine. Oh, De La Feu's gone. Bring him on for taking him off for Tom Cleverley. I can't tell you, lads, how much of a shitstorm hissy fit I threw when I found out that we were signing Tom Cleverley at that time. I remember when the season before he was playing for Manchester United, I did not rate him at all. I thought he was completely overhyped. I thought he was absolute trash and garbage. I knew he wasn't going to be part of Van Haal's nor was Fergie. I don't know who he got his debut under, but I was like, I feel so sorry. I pity the team that Tom Cleverley goes to, and then I end up signing Tom Cleverley. Ooh, they're playing around at the back. Watford, high press. Bernard, that's a smart foul. Don't let him out. So if it stays like this for 10 minutes, what are we saying? Bernard, man of the match, right? Game winner. Obviously, Bernard would be the match winner. Would be man of the match, so we'll give him the match winner. I think Gomez had a good game too. But other than that, Bernard's been really impressive. And the simple fact that he scored a goal, with all the negative, it's not even negative, it's just the criticism of what he does in the final third, and when he gets his chances, he just doesn't take advantage. He makes the wrong decisions. But this one time, he just, everything clicked. And that'll just do a world of good for his confidence. Oh. Yeah, it really looks like Watford have gone to like a 4-4-2 now. I mean, they kind of played a 4-4-1-1 with De La Feu and Deeney, right? But it looks like an actual legit old school 4-4-2. So, need to be careful of that in these last couple of minutes. That's easy for Pickford. Oh, what I wouldn't give for this second goal, lads. What I wouldn't give for this second goal. And I agree with everything you said there, Jeff. That's like the reasonable approach, and that should be like our mantra to all of our naysaying negative support. Mason Holgate, for fuck's sake. Not. Yeah, Jordan Pickford can bring that in and take that all day, all night. But I mean, Mason Holgate, some of his decision making, wow. But you know what Jeff said, we are still a work in progress. But there's plenty of positives. Yep, we are going to struggle sometimes, look great other times, but the curve is definitely heading upwards. Yeah, and that's, Marco said that, Marcel said that. Most people that really pay attention to what's going on at Everton Football Club, what the ambition is, what the future plans are, our transfer policy, the ins, the outs, everything, the quality of player, the attitude and character of the players that we're bringing in, like that, all points towards that. And so when people start getting all uppity and angry and just overreacting to stuff like 0-0 at Crystal Palace, that should be a yellow card for Deeney. If Schneiderlin gets one for slapping the ground, you should get a yellow card for punching the corner flag, Mr. Deeney. But yeah, these are the games that we really, obviously have to win. Like, I'm looking at, if we could take 4 points off Leicester, we take 4 points off Watford, we take 4 points or more, I guess I should say, off Wolves, off West Ham, off of, I guess that's about it. But, we can finish in the top 6. We have good results, especially at home against the current top 6 teams. And then we don't let Leicester, West Ham, Watford, Wolves, if we can just take points off of them. Bernard again. Oh, so that's typical Bernard. Whipped and whopped and cut inside, just completely just bedazzled everybody with his footwork. Just slipped at the last minute. Buckled under the pressure, but still outstanding. Yet man of the match for me, Bernard. Andre Gray coming on. Etienne Capoue going off. Oh, EP, I do like that call for Jordan Pickford, though. But, if Richarlison would have scored, if Dominic Calvert-Lewin would have scored, I'd be more inclined to look at the 1-0 and say, yeah, Pickford, clean sheet, couple of key saves, took it to the face. Oh, Welbeck just absolutely bottled it. And then Decore. Oh, but because it was Bernard, I have a soft spot for Bernard. I think his work ethic, his defensive display today, all that. Oh, good block by Keane. Good block, but Decore, I'm sorry, it wasn't Welbeck, it was Decore, just, fluffed it completely, which is good for us, but... Okay, EP, I'll say this. One more outstanding save from Pickford that denies them a goal. I'm going with him. But for right now, it has to be Bernard for me. I'm not budging on that. It has to be Bernard for me. Okay. Okay. 6 minutes, well, 5 minutes plus a little overtime. Sorry, that's my American injury time. Overtime, injury time. We can just hold on. Oh, what happened? What happened to my stream? Okay. Why is it always the last 5 minutes that something happens? Okay, we're back. That scared me. Pereira clipped it over. Oh. Yeah, Watford are just throwing people forward. It's like they're almost playing like a 4-2-4. We just need to control this. Get out of here. See it out. Take 3 points. But it was a tough game. It was an entertaining game. I'll give it that. But the early goal, I think, is always something that you need in the Premier League, and especially in games like this, where it can always just be just one goal that makes the difference. Holgate again, out of position. Like, Bamin had that completely covered. Why are you coming in from the right back position to a central defensive midfield position when there's already two guys in there? You know, if they'd have both lost that ball and it had come back over the top, we'd have been SOL on the right side. So I don't know what. So I don't mean to be super critical of Holgate, okay, but there's a reason that we brought in Sidibe. There's a reason a lot of people say he's a better centre back than he is a right back. You know, probably great with the ball, probably great at putting crosses in, can take a defender on, but his positional awareness and his concept of what's going on around him it's subpar. Let's say it's subpar at best. Oh, we're breaking now. Andre Gomez. Oh, we called that back. Offside? Who? Who's offside? Oh, throw the ball forward 15 yards. Come on. Oh, now it's time for hoofball from Foster. Oh, and he just throws it 10 yards forward again, too. Foster on the halfway line. Oh, well in, Mina. Mina just up. And Keane up and at it. Just get it out. And now we break. Oh, here we go. Moise Ken, one-on-one. One-on-one. Oh! Oh! What a break. What a counter-attack. But bam, Mina, ball tries to come back in again. Mina, Keane, out, greatly well controlled by Bernard. Bernard just plays it through, 30, 40 yard ball to Moise Ken. Coyne just quickly steps inside, but just slices it with the outside of his foot, goes well wide and over. But, that's what he offers. And that was great from a defensive point of view, from a technical midfield Bernard point of view, and from a what we want out of our forward play. That was all around fabulous counter-attacking football. Fabulous, I say. That's fine. See, look, well, he already knows the part about the Premier League we're about to do in the 89th minute. If you get hit on the back of the head, just go down, hold it for a little bit, milk up 30 seconds. But sometimes that could be detrimental, right? We saw that a couple of times last season where we had players go down, players get injured, yada yada, and then they score in extra time. Mason caught out of position again, but Deeney was all over his back, and we get a foul from it, but still. So yeah, I'm going for Bernard, man of the match. And just as we're winding down on this this Saturday, I'd just like to thank everyone for being here. Ant for being here, Jeff for being here. Got EP in here for the first time this week. Hope you come back. Hope you've liked. Hope you subscribed. Everyone else that stopped by for just a couple of minutes just to check it out, I really appreciate that. We're still trying to grow the channel, trying to get more videos out. Last week was a little bit of a torrid time for me and my computer, but that'll happen. I hope you guys like the new setup, the new graphical part of it. I'm going to tweak that over the next couple of days before the next watch along. But trying to come on leaps and bounds here. Not really getting anywhere close to what other blues channels have. But again, I've only been doing this for a couple of months on and off, so it takes time. But I'm trying to do what I can on Instagram. Trying to do what I can on YouTube, and getting a lot of help from other people on Instagram and YouTube, especially Ant here. And as long as you guys keep liking, as long as you guys keep commenting, we can get the analytics up, the coefficients up. Oh, given away by Watford. Fuster. Oh, Bernard's looking to play in Moise Ken. Oh, he put it wide. And, oh wow. And he wasn't offside. He just drags it wide. Oh, jeez. You got to be taking those. See, there's a beautiful turn. Wah! Gave him the flick, gave him everything, but just wide. I'm not going to get on his ass about that. It was a great individual piece of skill. That's what we need to do more of. That's what Dominic Calvert-Lewin lacks, is just being able to create his own chances, create a centimeter of daylight, and just being able to get a shot off. So, Welbeck. 5 minutes of extra time, eh? Don't let him inside. Show him outside. Olivas put the ball in. Oh, they're probing. Oh, okay, they've gone all the way back to their goalkeeper. Yeah, like I was saying, I just appreciate everybody being here, showing up. It's a very small community right now, but you guys are committed, you guys are loyal, you do give me the support that I'm asking for. So on my stream, and there's about 2.5 minutes left. We're in the halfway through the 93rd minute, and they said there's going to be 5 minutes of extra time. So as long as we can not make any stupid mistakes, I think we're walking away with 3 points here. And another clean sheet. Oh, Mina bossing again in the air. Keane! Oh, that was Holgate. Hey, Holgate did something that I actually enjoyed and agreed with. That's a foul. Play on, says the referee. Gomez breaking forward. Out to the left with Moise Ken. Ken looking to see what he can do. Committing a defender 2-on-1. Flicks it around. Just hold on. Just play it back. Smooth and easy. Nice and easy. Sigurdsson looking for space. Oh, Sigurdsson just trying to do stuff. Take it to the corner, lad. Take it to the corner. Gylfi just twisting and turning and flicking and jibbing and jiving. Loving it, Gylfi. Loving it, son. Great game today. Great game. Exciting. Promising. Bernardo's stuck in the corner. Gylfi just plays it back. Bamman's had a good game. Sigurdsson creates some space. That's a foul. Yes, it is. Last opportunity of the game, it looks like here, boys. Yeah, Sigurdsson's knackered. Not had the most influential role or part to play today, but in this last 2 minutes, just getting us through the game, grinding it out. I think he's been fabulous. So, Who's gonna Andre Gomez over the ball? Don't see that too often. Short from Gomez to Bernard. We're just playing possession now. Just go all the way back. Go all the way back to the goalkeeper. Go back to the defenders. Gomez holding him off well. Bernard just spins away. Tricky play. Sigurdsson has a drive. Gomez again, under pressure. Watford trying to launch it forward. Gabamin. Game over. 1-0. Everton, 3 points on the board. We win. A lot better performance, I think, this week. More quality, obviously. I think a lot more confidence in what we're trying to do. No stupid sending offs. No terrible injuries. Just the plan worked today. And we probably could have scored more. Watford had their chances, but never really looked too dangerous outside of set pieces. Luckily, Deulofeu and Deeney had an off day, but Mina and Keane at the back, 2 rocks. Pickford, outstanding in goal. But yeah, that's all she wrote from Goodison. Felt the crowd was excellent today, getting behind the players, being loud, being vocal. Really happy for Bernard. Got his goal, played excellently well. Like I said, my man of the match. So I think, moving forward, I think we're looking good. Probably get a match reaction out in the next hour or so, but need to just kind of calm myself. Gets exhausting doing this, by the way, in case anybody ever wonders, sitting here talking for 2 hours, trying to be conversive, trying to keep track of a whole bunch of stuff that goes on the computer with the stream and all that stuff. So it is kind of exhausting, especially because I've been up since 5:30 a.m. I watched the Arsenal-Burnley game. I was doing a lot of preparation for this game, and there's still lots of games to watch today. So final stats of the game. Total attempts, Everton 12, Watford 8, attempts on target 2 apiece. Watford actually had 56% of the possession throughout the game. We only had 44%. Total passes, we had 300, they had 381. Passing accuracy, 72% for Watford, 67% for us. They had 7 corners, we had 4, 11 fouls apiece, and we had 2 yellows, and Watford had 3. I'll see you later, Jeff. And I hope you have a great time on your holiday. I hope it gets even better now that you're fully pumped for the 3 points that we just got. EP, I appreciate you being here. And I will just see everybody. Be sure to check out the instant match reaction I'll have later today. And I'll have a full, more in-depth stats-related review later on in the tomorrow, I think it most definitely will be. So, thanks everyone for watching, and I love you all.